Everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very interesting guest. Please welcome Emanuela.
Hello everyone. I'm Emanuela. I'm from Harare, Zimbabwe, and I will be talking with Mr. Hyosedin today.
Well, I've never been to Africa. I mean, Zimbabwe. A lot of people think that Africa, there's only one country. They understand that Africa just a country. They don't know that there are more than 50 countries in that specific continent.
Africa is a continent. It's the same as Asia. Many Asian countries, or Europe with many European countries. It's the same.
Okay. And for how long have you been living here?
For 8 months, I'm sure.
How many friends do you have so far?
I have quite a few. I'm sure all my classmates are my friends.
Would you like to talk about your family, your parents? I mean, their job, their professions.
Yeah. Sure. My dad is a pilot, a professional pilot, but he is a CEO of his company, which does private chartering, which is planes, private hiring of planes. And my mom, she's a psychologist, but she's working as a teacher in Tajikistan.
Okay. Why Tajikistan? Why your dad had chosen to come to Tajikistan?
Because of work.
Because of work. Now, how about, the main topic of today's video is about what are similarities and distinctions between two different cultures, the culture of people of Zimbabwe and the culture of people of Tajikistan. Have you noticed anything so far, the similarities of both nations?
Considering culture, I've noticed that we are both really proud of our cultures and proud of our beliefs, which is the same as that back home. Zimbabweans are proud to be Zimbabwean, as the same way as Tajiks are very proud to be Tajik.
Okay. How about distinctions? Main distinctions so far. I mean, you've been living for over 8 months, right?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot, but like Tajik people aren't as open as I'd say people from Zimbabwe. Zimbabweans are very open because we are more exposed to different cultures, different people. So we are very open to it, since Zimbabwe is a very mixed country with all religions, all races, and yeah.
What's dominant religion in Zimbabwe? Christianity?
Christianity, yes.
And then it's followed by Islam or what? Okay.
Yes.
And okay. What did you know before your arrival to Dushanbe, to Tajikistan? Have you Googled anything?
Yes, I Googled quite a bit, but quite a lot of what I Googled is very incorrect. And I've noticed that with a lot of countries, the things you see on the internet are completely different from what's there. On the internet, it had said Tajikistan was a very crime-filled country. But when I got here, I realized how safe it is. Yes, there might be crime, but it's not as much as it was being described on the internet.
So how about your future plans? Are you planning to stay here for a longer time here, or what?
I hope I leave soon. Not because Tajikistan is a bad place, but I wouldn't want to live here for a long time because I also want to be exposed to other countries and other cultures, to visit and live in different places. I don't think living in one place would be very, what can I say? Would be a very
logical what?
Nice thing.
Okay.
Because it's nice to also go and experience new things. Like from me coming from Zimbabwe to Tajikistan, it was a new
Thank you.
new experience for me, and I'd like to experience that again.
Are your parents satisfied with the living standard of Tajikistan?
I'd say my mom likes it a lot. She doesn't want to go back home. But then I guess it's because of the economy here and the one back at home. Yes, Zimbabwe is a good country, but we also have economical problems. So my mom likes it here. And also, I guess, again, my dad, he likes it, but it's a very different thing for him because Tajikistan is a very slow country, I'd say. People take their time. Business sometimes goes slow. So it's not as back at home, as like at home.
Mm-hmm. Personally, Zimbabwe, for me, means Robert Mugabe, as we discussed in our first interview. What do you think about Robert Mugabe? Most of the people appreciate him, because of what he did to people of Zimbabwe.
Yes, we do appreciate him. He was with us through war. He fought the war. With many of the other heroes of my country. He fought the war. And he was our president from 1980 to 2017. And yes, I guess he's one of the national heroes of Zimbabwe. We consider him as that because he was a very powerful ruler. And he was very smart. Yeah.
Okay. And how about sightseeing locations of Zimbabwe?
Yes, I'm sure we all know the Victoria Falls. That's the main tourist attraction because, of course, you see it on TV. You hear about it everywhere because it was one of the 7 wonders of the world. I'm not sure if it still is. But then there are many places in Zimbabwe to sightsee because Zimbabwe is a very beautiful country. You have the Nyangani Mountains, you have the Chinoi Caves, you have Great Zimbabwe, the Great Zimbabwe Ruins, which is one of our country's national places. And then you also have, I forgot what I was saying.
Sorry.
I've forgotten what I was saying.
Yeah, top sightseeing place, I think.
Okay. And there's also the Big Five in Zimbabwe, which I don't think... I'm sure you can find it somewhere else in Africa, but I'm sure it's mainly in Zimbabwe, which is a very nice thing. And people don't know about all those places because of what's being shown on the internet of Zimbabwe. You get people talking about the poverty, the bad economic situation of Zimbabwe, but it's a really beautiful country with beautiful people and many beautiful languages, I'd say. Yeah. So
what languages are dominant there?
There's 16 languages. That's what I learned
16
in school.
Is all official state language.
People speak, there's 16 languages spoken in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
But the main 3 are English is our first language, then Shona, then Ndebele.
Ndebele. Shona, you said it's close to what? Zulu?
No, Ndebele is close to Zulu.
Okay, Ndebele.
Shona.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, because of your ethnicity, background, or color, have you ever experienced any discrimination here in this very location?
Quite a bit of it. I get people saying bad things about me, either people laughing, which I guess is something to just, I'd say, adapt to, because I've realized and heard that many Tajik people haven't yet been exposed to places or people that are from outside of Tajikistan. So it's just something to just adapt to and be patient with the people. And also, I realize that not everyone is like that. You get a few friendly people that would be willing to say hi and willing to help you out, which is a very nice thing. But then also you get people that have their cameras ready to film and take pictures of you, which is very makes you very uncomfortable. But I guess it's just one of those things.
Okay. Hey, as I said earlier, when I was traveling with Mr. Brian in Bozori Sakhwat, people tried to touch him, to poke him, sort of, because of his color. I don't know. And people generally overreact when they see people from different backgrounds. But that's what I know. That's what I've seen actually. That's what I've seen. But yeah, because of their background and ethnicity, they just overreact. I don't know why, whether in a positive way and even negative way. Which is really, sometimes it's really insulting.
Very, it's very uncomfortable as well.
So, did you learn anything? I mean, can you speak maybe
Sure.
a bit Tajik language?
Tajik?
Yes. And what have you learned so far?
I've learned how to read and write in Tajik. Well, I'm not a fluent reader, but I can write in Tajik. I can't speak as well yet, but I'll be really happy to finally learn how to speak Tajik.
So you know how to use those Cyrillic alphabet, right?
Yes.
Actually, that's not. That's actually not. Most people think that the Cyrillic alphabet is Russian alphabet,
It's Russian alphabet.
but yeah, the former Soviet Union states, member states, still is using those alphabets. Still in Tajikistan. I'm sure in Ukraine, in Russia, right? So, what would be your message to the world, specifically to people who really discriminate people, who really think that they are superior to others?
I'd say we are all human. We are all from God. We all live on the earth. Doesn't matter what color you are or where you're from. It's not like you're from Mars. People mustn't be too surprised or too afraid of others, and they should be very accepting towards others.
So that seems that there's a big regret for you, right? Because of your arrival to Tajikistan, because you've paid visit here.
I mean, yes. Sometimes the discrimination makes me want to go back home or wish I never came here. It does. But then, as my dad always says, there's racism everywhere. And that's something you just, everywhere, probably besides Africa, it's a very little, but it's everywhere, and it's something you just have to realize.
And last question, Emanuela, before we say goodbye. Africa, actually, the continent of Africa, was colonized by Europeans. Yes. They would divide into bits and pieces, So France, divided maybe probably northeast, and Britain invaded Kenya. We have here Uganda. So, is it? I mean, the reaction or the hatred of people of Zimbabwe towards Europeans, specifically to British people. Is it possible to see them, the hatred of these people towards those people?
Zimbabweans don't have hatred at all towards those people. Yes, they did take away our minerals and our possessions of our country, but I don't think any Zimbabwean has hate towards the British. There are still British people living in our country, and I've never seen any hate go to them. Even the Queen of England was with Mugabe in our country, and I don't think she received any hate. Like I said, Zimbabweans are very open people, very kind-hearted people.
Okay. So Lebanon was bombed by American forces. When George Bush arrived to Lebanon, they rolled out the red carpet for him, destroyed the whole country. So same thing. When you look at the history of Tajikistan, we've been part of Soviet Union for more than 70 years, and people. That's what I know. People of Russian speakers here. Those who are Russian speaker are considered to be, more civilized. They are accepted to be more civilized by people here. When you are fluent in Russian, when you are a Russian speaker, even though your great-grandparents were Tajiks and still your parents are Tajik, you're considered to be more, civilized people. So, how about Zimbabwe? English speakers are considered to be the elite of that class?
The thing is, in Zimbabwe, everyone speaks English.
Okay.
Even if it's not fluent, I'm sure from the grannies in the villages, yes, their English isn't fluent, but they can speak English. And in my country, it's not to say that speaking English you're better than people, because I'm sure they are almost civilized, because I'm sure there are very high-class men in my country that don't speak English as fluently but can speak Shona. Shona. But thing is, in Zimbabwe it's hard to tell because, like I said, everyone speaks English.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have that huge misunderstanding in my country. When you are able to speak fluent Russian, you are even we have, for example, private schools, and all these subjects are taught in Russian. In Russian, and if you're not fluent speaker of Russian, you are considered to be not that civilized. That's why, unfortunately, we have that here.
I think it's very opposite in Zimbabwe. I do think that, but maybe because the population speaks English, you don't really see that thing of people assuming that someone is more civilized because they can speak English.
Yes. So unfortunately, we see and we feel those influence of Russia here. Okay. So those people those who are Russian speakers, they're really proud of themselves when they talk in Russian. But they're Tajik, they're pure Tajik. Their parents are Tajik. They speak maybe at home in Tajik language. I don't know. Maybe I know family who just on a daily basis they speak in Russian with their parents, and parents are Tajik. Yes, that's why we have this what's that? It's called here to be more civilized. That's why I just wanted to ask. Okay, so is there anything you would like to say? I don't have any question to ask.
No. All I want to say is please come to Zimbabwe and visit Africa, because you would really enjoy it. I feel like Africans are very open to people, which is a really nice thing.
One day, I pay visit. Who knows? Yes, who knows? I've never been to Africa.
And I also feel like African cultures are very easy to adapt to because, like I said, the cultures are very mixed. There's a lot of variety of cultures. So I just think it's easier for someone to adapt to it. Yes.
Well, thanks so much for being kind with your time.
You're welcome.
And I don't have anything to say. My questions are over right now. I don't have anything to add even. So yes, everybody, thanks so much for being with us. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.